Something shifted. You felt it, didn't you? That subtle change in energy. The way they look at you now compared to before. There's a difference in their eyes. A softness that wasn't there initially. A curiosity that keeps growing. They didn't expect you. Not like this. When they first encountered you, they had their guard up. Maybe they had a casual idea of who you were. Perhaps they thought they had you figured out. They might have put you in a category. Labeled you as someone predictable. Someone they could understand at a glance. But then you started revealing layers. Dimensions they didn't anticipate. Depths they couldn't have predicted. And it caught them completely off guard. The surprise wasn't loud or dramatic. It was quiet. Gradual. Like watching a sunrise and suddenly realizing the entire sky has changed color. They're experiencing something they didn't plan for. A pull toward you that intensifies daily. An attraction that goes beyond the surface. A connection that's rewriting their internal narrative. And here's what I need you to understand right from the start. This isn't about you performing or proving anything. This is about them finally seeing what was always there. The authentic you. The real you. The you that doesn't fit into neat boxes. If you're watching this video, drop a heart emoji in the comments. Let me know you're here. Let me know this message is finding you at exactly the right moment. Because what I'm about to share with you over the next hour isn't generic relationship advice. This is about the specific experience you're having right now. Where someone is falling for you harder than they ever intended. Where their feelings are deepening in ways that surprise even them. Where what started as mild interest has transformed into genuine fascination. Stay with me. Because what's happening between you and this person is more profound than you realize. And understanding the layers of what they're experiencing will change how you navigate this connection. We're going to explore why they were surprised. What specifically caught them off guard about you? What's happening in their internal world right now? The ways their feelings are intensifying. The struggle they're having with these unexpected emotions. And most importantly, what this means for you. How you respond to this moment matters. Not because you need to do something to keep their interest. But because recognizing your own value in this dynamic changes everything. Before I continue, I want to thank those of you who've supported this channel through Super Thanks. Your generosity allows me to dedicate time to creating these deep explorations of the heart. You make this work possible, and I'm grateful. Let's dive in. They're thinking about you more than they want to admit. During mundane moments that have nothing to do with you. While they're working on something completely unrelated. In the middle of conversations with other people. Your presence has infiltrated their mental space. And they're somewhat bewildered by it. Because this wasn't supposed to happen. Let me paint the picture of what's actually occurring. They'll be in a meeting, trying to focus on the agenda. And suddenly a thought of you interrupts their concentration. Something you said. The way you laughed at something. A gesture you made. It flashes through their mind uninvited. And they have to physically shake their head to refocus. Or they're scrolling through their phone before bed. Not looking for anything in particular. Just winding down from the day. And they find themselves wondering what you're doing. If you're still awake. What you might be thinking about. They catch themselves composing messages to you in their head. Things they want to tell you. Observations they want to share. Questions they want to ask. Even when there's no real reason to reach out. The impulse is there. Persistent. Growing stronger. Here's what's really happening beneath the surface. When they first met you, they had a framework. A set of expectations. Maybe based on your appearance. Or your profession. Or the context in which you met. They made assumptions. Quick assessments. The kind everyone makes when encountering someone new. But then you spoke. And the words that came out didn't match their prediction. Your perspective was different. Your humor unexpected. Your depth surprising. Or maybe it was your response to something. The way you handled a situation. Your reaction to a challenge. Your kindness in a moment where kindness wasn't required. Something cracked their initial assessment. Created a fissure in their assumptions. And through that crack, light got in. The light of who you actually are. Not who they thought you'd be. And it's that contrast, between expectation and reality, that's captivating them. The human brain loves patterns. It creates shortcuts to understand the world quickly. But it also finds novelty irresistible. When someone defies our expectations in a positive way, it triggers fascination. It makes us want to explore. To understand. To discover more. That's what you did to them. You broke the pattern. And now they can't stop trying to understand the full picture. They're noticing small things. The way you phrase sentences. The topics that light you up. The values that show up in your choices. Your consistency in certain areas. Your spontaneity in others. Each observation adds to their growing curiosity. And with curiosity comes emotional investment. They're asking mutual friends about you. Casually, of course. They don't want to seem too interested. But they're fishing for information. Your background. Your interests. Your relationship status. Your history. They're paying attention to your social media in ways they didn't before. Not obsessively. But attentively. Noticing what you post. What matters to you. What makes you laugh. They're building a more complete image of who you are. And every piece of information they gather makes them more intrigued. Because you keep defying the box they're trying to put you in. You're more complex than they anticipated. More interesting. More valuable. And that's threatening to their emotional equilibrium. Because catching feelings wasn't part of their plan. Especially not feelings this strong. Especially not for you. Not because there's anything wrong with you. But because their initial assessment suggested this would be casual. Simple. Easy to categorize and move on from. Instead, you've become significant. And significance creates vulnerability. Which is exactly what they're wrestling with right now. Type "surprised" in the comments if this is resonating with your situation. Let me know this is landing. Don't go anywhere. What I'm about to share next will help you understand the specific ways their feelings are deepening. And why this surprise element actually works in your favor. Let's talk about the specific dimensions of their surprise. Because it's not just one thing. It's multiple layers revealing themselves over time. First, there's intellectual surprise. Your mind captivated them. The way you think. The connections you make. The questions you ask. They expected surface-level conversation. Predictable exchanges. Safe topics. Instead, you went deeper. You challenged their thinking. Not aggressively. But thoughtfully. You offered perspectives they hadn't considered. Introduced ideas that made them reflect. Engaged with their thoughts in ways that felt stimulating. Maybe you're well-read in areas they care about. Or you have expertise in something that fascinates them. Or you simply have a unique way of seeing the world. Whatever it is, your intellectual presence surprised them. And intellectual attraction is powerful. It creates respect. Admiration. A desire to engage repeatedly. They want to talk to you. To hear your thoughts. To understand how you process information. Because conversations with you are satisfying in a way conversations with others aren't. Second, there's emotional surprise. Your emotional intelligence caught them off guard. The way you read situations. Your empathy. Your ability to hold space for complexity. They might have expected you to be emotionally simplistic. Or reactive. Or dramatic. Instead, you demonstrated maturity. Nuance. The capacity to feel deeply without being overwhelmed. You validated them in moments they needed it. You asked questions that showed you were really listening. You remembered details about things they shared. You responded to their emotions with care. This level of emotional attunement is rare. And when someone encounters it unexpectedly, it's disarming. They feel seen by you. Understood. Safe. And safety creates the foundation for deeper intimacy. They're letting their guard down around you. Sharing things they don't typically share. Being vulnerable in ways they usually aren't. Because your emotional presence invites it. Third, there's authenticity surprise. You're real. Genuinely yourself. Not performing. Not pretending. Not trying to be what you think they want. And in a world full of curated images and strategic presentations, authenticity is magnetic. They expected you to play games. To be strategic. To wear masks. Instead, you showed up as you are. Flaws included. Quirks and all. Honest about your thoughts. Transparent about your feelings. This authenticity created trust. Because they know what they're seeing is real. There's no guessing with you. No decoding. No wondering if you're being genuine. You are. And that's refreshing. Attractive. Increasingly rare. Fourth, there's value surprise. Your values revealed themselves through action. Not through what you said you believe. But through what you actually do. How you treat people. The choices you make. The things you prioritize. They watched you. Maybe you were kind to someone who couldn't do anything for you. Maybe you stood up for something you believe in. Maybe you demonstrated integrity in a small moment. Maybe you showed generosity. Patience. Humility. These character qualities impressed them. Because character is attractive. It speaks to who someone will be in difficult times. In private moments. In the long term. And they're realizing you have substance. That you're not just surface appeal. You're someone of depth. Someone worth knowing. Someone worth keeping. Fifth, there's chemistry surprise. The physical attraction is stronger than they expected. Not just because of how you look. But because of the total package. Your energy. Your confidence. The way you move through space. Your presence. Chemistry isn't just physical. It's energetic. It's the sum of all these elements. And with you, the chemistry is undeniable. They feel it when you're near. That magnetic pull. The heightened awareness of your proximity. The desire to be closer. To touch. To connect physically. This wasn't supposed to be this intense. But your combined presence, intellectual, emotional, authentic, valuable, has created chemistry that surprises them with its strength. They find themselves drawn to you physically in ways they didn't anticipate. Wanting contact. Seeking closeness. Thinking about intimacy. And this physical dimension adds another layer to their deepening feelings. Now, here's where this gets really interesting. Pay attention to this next part. All of these surprises are creating what psychologists call positive prediction error. Their brain predicted one outcome. But experienced a better one. And when that happens, the brain releases dopamine. The pleasure chemical. The reward signal. Every time you surprise them positively, their brain is being rewarded. Neurochemically. This creates association. You become linked with positive feelings. With pleasure. With reward. Their brain starts craving more interactions with you. Because interactions with you feel good. Better than predicted. Consistently rewarding. This is neurological attraction. Beyond conscious choice. Their brain is being trained to seek you out. to value you, to prioritize you. And they're feeling this as intensifying emotions, as deepening attraction, as falling harder. If you've noticed someone's energy toward you changing, drop energy in the comments. This is what's happening in their system. This is why they can't seem to help themselves. Why their feelings keep growing despite maybe wanting to keep things casual. Why they're falling harder than they ever intended. The surprise element activated their attention. The repeated positive experiences are cementing their attachment. And now they're in deeper than they planned to be. We're just getting to the heart of this. Stay with me. Because understanding what they're struggling with internally will give you the clarity you need. Here's the internal battle they're facing right now. And this is crucial to understand. They're simultaneously falling and resisting. Being pulled toward you and pulling back. Wanting to dive deeper and trying to maintain distance. This creates tension. Internal conflict. Confusion even. Let me walk you through what's happening in their mind. On one hand, there's the falling. The genuine feelings developing. The increasing desire to be around you. The joy they feel in your presence. The way you make them laugh. The comfort they experience in conversation with you. The attraction that keeps building. The mental space you occupy. All of this is real. Genuine. Growing daily. On the other hand, there's the resistance. The fear. The self-protection. The logical part of their brain saying, slow down. Reminding them they didn't plan for this. Warning them about vulnerability. Questioning if they're ready. If you're right for them. If the timing makes sense. If they can trust these feelings. This resistance isn't about you. It's about them. Their history. Their wounds. Their patterns. Their fears. Maybe they've been hurt before. Maybe they swore they wouldn't catch feelings again. Maybe they have other priorities right now. Maybe they're scared of wanting someone this much. Maybe they don't feel worthy of someone like you. Whatever their specific resistance is, it's creating internal friction. And you might be seeing this play out in their behavior. Hot and cold patterns. Leaning in, then pulling back. Being deeply engaged, then distant. Reaching out, then going quiet. This isn't manipulation. This is confusion. Internal war. The part of them that wants you versus the part that's scared. And here's what you need to know. The falling is winning. Despite the resistance. Despite the fear. Despite the logical arguments they're making to themselves. The feelings are intensifying. How do I know? Because they keep coming back. They might pull away for a day or two. But they return. They might try to create distance. But they close it again. They might tell themselves to stop thinking about you. But they can't. The gravitational pull toward you is stronger than their resistance. And that's what's surprising them most of all. The strength of what they're feeling. They've had attractions before. Relationships before. Connections before. But this feels different. More intense. More real. More significant. And they can't quite explain why. What makes you different? Why does this connection feel more important? Why can't they just categorize you and move on? They're searching for answers. Trying to understand their own feelings. Analyzing what it is about you. And the more they analyze, the more they discover. More reasons why you're special. More qualities they admire. More ways you're different from others. More evidence that this connection matters. Their analytical mind is actually working against their resistance. Because every time they examine why they're falling, they find legitimate reasons. Substance. Real compatibility. Genuine connection. Not just surface attraction. Not just physical chemistry. but deep, multidimensional compatibility. And they're starting to accept it. To surrender to it. To stop fighting what they feel. You're witnessing the shift right now. From surprise to acceptance. From resistance to embrace. From guarded to open. They're beginning to let themselves want you. Fully. Without holding back. And that's terrifying for them. But also exhilarating. Because wanting someone, truly wanting them, is one of life's most intense experiences. It's vulnerable. Risky. Exposing. But also beautiful. Alive. Meaningful. They're starting to imagine possibilities with you. What it would be like to really explore this. To stop holding back. To let this connection develop fully. To see where it could go. These aren't just fleeting thoughts anymore. They're sustained fantasies. Serious considerations. Real possibilities they're entertaining. And with each day, those possibilities feel more appealing. More right. More like what they actually want. Here's what's spiritually significant about this moment. You didn't force this. You didn't manipulate this. You didn't strategize this into existence. You simply showed up as yourself. Authentic. Real. Whole. And the right person recognized your value. Was surprised by your depth. And is now falling for the real you. Not a performance. Not a mask. Not a carefully curated version. The actual you. And that's the foundation of something real. Something sustainable. Something that can grow into genuine love. Because they're not falling for an illusion. They're falling for truth. For authenticity. For the person you actually are. This is what you've been waiting for. Someone who sees you. Really sees you. And is captivated by what they see. Not by what you pretend to be. Not by what you think they want. But by who you genuinely are. Type "seen" if you're feeling this truth in your soul right now. Let me know this is connecting. What I'm about to share next is crucial. Because how you respond to their falling determines what happens next. And there's wisdom in knowing how to navigate this beautifully. So what do you do with this knowledge? How do you respond to someone who's falling harder for you than they expected? First principle, stay grounded in your authenticity. The reason they're falling is because of who you really are. Don't switch now. Don't start performing. Don't try to become what you think they want. Don't second-guess the qualities that attracted them. You being yourself is what created this connection. More of that is what deepens it. Not less. If you were thoughtful, stay thoughtful. If you were playful, stay playful. If you were independent, stay independent. If you were vulnerable, stay vulnerable. Don't adjust your authentic self to manage their feelings. That creates inauthenticity. And inauthenticity erodes connection. They fell for the real you. Give them more of that. Not a modified version you think they'll like better. Trust what's already working. Second principle, give them space to process. Their feelings are intensifying. That's a lot to experience. They need room to understand what they're feeling. To work through their resistance. To come to terms with the depth of their emotions. Don't pressure them for clarity. Don't demand they define the relationship. Don't push for commitment before they're ready. Let them come to you. At their own pace. In their own time. This doesn't mean you're passive. Or waiting around indefinitely. It means you're patient. Secure. Not anxious about their process. When you give someone space to feel their feelings without pressure, they feel safer. They can explore their emotions without fear. They can fall without feeling trapped. And that accelerates the natural deepening. Pressure creates resistance. Space creates safety. Safety allows love to grow. Third principle, match their vulnerability when they offer it. When they open up to you. When they share something real. When they let you see beneath their surface. Meet them there. With equal vulnerability. Equal authenticity. Equal depth. This creates reciprocal intimacy. A building of trust. A sense of safety in the connection. If they share a fear, honor it. If they reveal a wound, hold it gently. If they express uncertainty, validate it. Don't minimize. Don't fix. Don't rush past the vulnerability to lighter topics. Stay present in the depth. Let them know it's safe to be real with you. That you can handle their complexity. That you won't run when things get real. This builds the foundation of lasting connection. Fourth principle, maintain your own life and priorities. Don't abandon yourself in service of this connection. Don't drop your friends. Don't neglect your goals. Don't lose yourself in their interest. Stay rooted in your own life. Your own purpose. Your own joy. Your own growth. This serves multiple purposes. It keeps you grounded. It maintains your attractive independence. It ensures healthy relationship dynamics. It demonstrates self-respect. People are attracted to people who have their own lives. Their own passions. Their own identities. Don't dissolve yours because they're interested. Stay whole. Stay complete. Stay you. A relationship should add to your life, not become your entire life. Even in these early stages of deepening connection. If this guidance is helping you, consider supporting this channel with super thanks. It helps me continue creating these in-depth explorations of love and connection. Your support is deeply appreciated. Fifth principle, communicate clearly and kindly. Don't play games. Don't use tactics. Don't manufacture mystery. Don't manipulate their interest. If you want to see them, say so. If you enjoyed your time together, express it. If you're interested in them, let them know. Clear, honest communication is attractive. It creates security. It eliminates guessing. It builds trust. You don't have to profess undying love. You don't have to reveal every feeling. But you can be honest about what's present. I really enjoyed our conversation. I'd love to see you again. I'm interested in getting to know you better. Simple, honest, clear. No games. No strategy. Just truth. This aligns with the authenticity that attracted them in the first place. Sixth principle, pay attention to alignment, not just attraction. They're falling for you. That's beautiful. But are you falling for them? Are they aligned with your values? Your goals? Your vision for your life? Attraction is important. But alignment is essential. Don't get so caught up in their interest that you ignore red flags. Or compatibility issues. Or value mismatches. Stay discerning. Stay awake. Stay honest with yourself about what you're observing. Someone can be wonderful and still not be right for you. Someone can be interested and still not be aligned. Your job is not to make this work because they're falling. Your job is to assess if this is something you genuinely want. If it serves your highest good. If it aligns with where you're going. Honor your own discernment. Seventh principle, embrace the beauty of mutual discovery. This stage is precious. Where you're learning each other. Discovering layers. Building connection. Don't rush it. Savor it. Enjoy the unfolding. The excitement of new discovery. The joy of deepening intimacy. The pleasure of someone seeing you and appreciating what they see. This doesn't last forever. Eventually, you move into different stages. Deeper commitment. Established relationship. Long-term partnership. Those stages are beautiful too. But they're different. This stage of falling, of surprising each other, of discovering depth. This is unique. Be present for it. Fully. Don't fast forward to the future. Don't try to define everything immediately. Let it unfold. Naturally. Beautifully. With presence and appreciation. Eighth principle, trust the timing. They're falling at their pace. You're feeling what you're feeling at your pace. The relationship is developing at its pace. Trust that. Don't try to control the timeline. Don't compare to other relationships. Don't impose shoulds on the process. Every connection has its own rhythm. Its own timing. Its own pace of development. Some connections ignite quickly. Others build slowly. Neither is wrong. Neither is better. Trust what's unfolding. Trust the organic development. Trust that if this is meant to deepen, it will. In the right timing. In the right way. For the right reasons. Your job is not to force or control. Your job is to show up authentically. To be present. To respond with integrity. To honor yourself and the other person. The rest will unfold as it should. So here you are. In this beautiful, vulnerable space. Where someone is falling for you harder than they expected. Where their surprise has turned to fascination. Where their fascination is turning to genuine feeling. Where genuine feeling is deepening into something real. And you get to decide how you want to respond. Not from a place of strategy. Not from a place of fear. Not from a place of ego. But from a place of authenticity. Of wisdom. Of self-respect. Of genuine care. Both for yourself and for them. Because here's the ultimate truth I want to leave you with. The most attractive thing you can be is yourself. Fully. Unapologetically. Authentically. That's what surprised them. That's what captivated them. That's what's making them fall harder. Not a performance. Not a strategy. Not a curated version. The real you. In all your complexity. All your depth. All your uniqueness. All your humanity. So whatever happens next with this connection, stay rooted in that. Stay true to who you are. Stay connected to your own worth. Stay clear about your own desires. Stay honest in your own communication. Because the right connection will celebrate all of that. Will appreciate all of that. Will fall in love with all of that. And the wrong connection will reveal itself. Through misalignment. Through incompatibility. Through lack of reciprocity. And you'll have the wisdom to recognize the difference. If this person continues falling. If they move through their resistance. If they choose to pursue this connection. If they demonstrate through action that they value you. Then you get to decide if you want to explore it. If it aligns with your life. If it serves your growth. If it feels right in your soul. And if it does, you can step forward. With openness. With hope. With vulnerability. With trust. Knowing that you're being chosen for who you actually are. And choosing them from a place of clarity. That's the foundation of something beautiful. Something real. Something sustainable. But if this person stays stuck in resistance. If they can't move past their fear. If they keep pulling back. If they don't choose you with action. Then you have the wisdom to recognize that too. To honor it. To not chase. To not convince. To not diminish yourself. To let them go. And trust that the right person won't need to be convinced. Won't be paralyzed by fear. Won't stay stuck in resistance. The right person will see your value. Be surprised by your depth. Fall for your authenticity. And choose to move toward you. Consistently. Clearly. Courageously. You deserve that. You are worthy of that. And settling for less doesn't serve you. Or them. Or the potential of real love. So as you move forward from this moment, carry this with you. You surprise them because you're worth being surprised by. They're falling harder because you're worth falling for. And whatever unfolds next, you have everything you need within you. The authenticity to stay true. The wisdom to discern. The courage to choose yourself. The openness to receive love. The strength to walk away if needed. The faith to trust the process. You are not passive in this story. You are not waiting to be chosen. You are actively choosing. Every day. Through your presence. Your boundaries. Your authenticity. Your standards. Your response. And that is power. That is wisdom. That is self-love in action. If this message touched your soul, and you want to support this work, consider leaving a super thanks. It allows me to keep creating these deep dives into the heart. And I'm grateful for every person who makes this possible. I'm celebrating with you. The you that surprised them. The you that's being seen. The you that's being valued. The you that's being fallen for. Keep being that. Unapologetically. Beautifully. Authentically. The right love will recognize it. Appreciate it. Cherish it. And choose it. Every single day. Drop one word in the comments describing how you're feeling right now after watching this. Just one word. Let it out. And if you know someone who needs to hear this message, share it with them. Sometimes we need reminded of our own value. Of our own worth. Of the magic we bring just by being ourselves. You are that magic. Don't forget it. Thank you for being here. For trusting me with this time. For being open to this message. I see you. I honor you. And I'm rooting for your happiness. In love. In life. In everything. Before you go, I want to speak a blessing over your life. Over your heart. Over this connection. Over everything that's unfolding for you right now. May you walk forward from this moment wrapped in the certainty of your own worth. Not arrogance. Not pride. But deep, rooted knowing. That you are valuable. Worthy of love. Deserving of someone who sees you clearly and chooses you completely. May the person who's falling for you find the courage to embrace what they feel. To move past their fear. To step fully into this connection. To choose you not just with feelings, but with action. With consistency. With integrity. With the kind of love that shows up. May their surprise transform into certainty. Their uncertainty into conviction. Their hesitation into boldness. May they recognize the gift that you are. Not eventually. But now. In this season. While you're both present to receive it. May every wall they've built around their heart come down. Gently. Safely. In the presence of your authenticity. May they feel safe enough to be vulnerable. Strong enough to be soft. Brave enough to love you out loud. Without holding back. Without pretending. Without playing it cool when their heart is on fire. But also, sweet soul, may you be protected. From wasting your time on someone who won't choose you. From dimming your light for someone who's afraid of brightness. From convincing someone of your value when they should already see it. May you have the wisdom to know the difference. Between patience and settling. Between giving space and being an option. Between understanding their process and accepting crumbs. May your discernment be sharp. Your intuition be clear. Your boundaries be strong. Your self-respect be unshakable. May you never betray yourself for the comfort of someone else. May you never shrink for someone who should be expanding to meet you. May you never question your worth because someone else is confused about theirs. And if this connection is meant to bloom, may it bloom beautifully. In right timing. With mutual respect. With balanced investment. With authentic communication. With genuine care. May it grow into something that honors both of you. That celebrates both of you. That brings out the best in both of you. May it be the kind of love that feels like home. Like peace. Like joy. Like partnership. Like growth. Like safety and adventure all at once. But if this connection is not meant to be, may you be released from it gracefully. Without bitterness. Without regret. Without feeling like you failed. May you recognize it simply as misalignment. Not your fault. Not their fault. Just not the right fit. And may you trust that something better is coming. Someone better aligned. More available. More ready. More capable of loving you the way you deserve. May your heart remain open even if this disappoints you. May your hope remain alive even if this doesn't work out. May your faith in love remain strong even if this love isn't the one. Because you, beautiful soul, are destined for a love that doesn't confuse you. That doesn't leave you guessing. That doesn't make you feel anxious. A love that feels clear. Consistent. Secure. Celebratory. You are destined for someone who is excited about you. Proudly claims you. Enthusiastically chooses you. Consistently shows up for you. And if that's this person, wonderful. May it unfold beautifully. And if it's not this person, may they move aside quickly. So the right person can find you. Unobstructed. Available. Ready. May your days ahead be filled with clarity. With signs that confirm the right path. With peace that surpasses understanding. With joy that bubbles up from deep within. May you laugh more. Stress less. Trust more. Force less. May you feel held by something bigger than yourself. By divine timing. By universal orchestration. By the understanding that what's meant for you will not miss you. And what's not meant for you cannot stay. No matter how hard you try to hold it. May you release control. And embrace flow. May you release anxiety. And embrace peace. May you release doubt. And embrace trust. May every person who sees this video, who needed this message, feel it land in their soul. May they know they're not alone. May they feel seen. Understood. Validated. Encouraged. May their hearts be lighter after these 50 minutes than they were before. May hope be reignited. May confidence be restored. May clarity be received. May peace be established. I bless your love life. I bless your friendships. I bless your family relationships. I bless your relationship with yourself. May you be surrounded by people who see you. Who value you. Who celebrate you. Who choose you. Consistently. Joyfully. Freely. May you attract what you are. Authentic. Deep. Real. Valuable. Beautiful. Worthy. May everything that's been surprising them about you continue to unfold. Layer after layer. Depth after depth. Until they're completely undone by how extraordinary you are. And may you never forget. Even for a moment. That you were extraordinary before they noticed. You'll be extraordinary after. Your value doesn't depend on their recognition. Their falling for you is simply them waking up to what was always true. You are a gift. A rare find. A beautiful soul. A worthy love. And anyone who gets to be close to you is blessed. So blessed. Go forward in that truth. Wrapped in that certainty. Anchored in that knowing. You've got this. Love has got you. And everything is unfolding exactly as it should. I'm sending you so much love. So much light. So much blessing. Now and always. Amen.